So I was thinking, and I freely admit that I simply don't understand why I'm here. And that's just me, I can't understand why I'm here. But it goes further than that. I can't understand why anything is here. That's more accurate. Now, supposedly, the universe is infinite. It simply goes on forever, never ends, and that's how it is. And apparently we're supposed to accept that. But it seems that we have no choice but to accept that. Because the alternative to that would be that the universe comes to an end. It's not infinite. But then you immediately come to another question of what lies beyond the universe. And that questioning can go on forever. So it is possible and may be necessary for the universe to be infinite because there's no alternative. But I find that I've never been happy with the idea of an infinite universe. But of course, I'm stuck in having no choice but to accept that the universe is infinite. Because the alternative is a lot less palatable than the idea of an infinite universe. But another thing that troubles about the universe is where stuff came from, where everything came from. So I can start with just the Earth as an example. Where did the Earth come from? Of course, you run into the problem of if you find some place that the Earth came from, it raises another question of where that stuff came from that the Earth came from. So it's an endless line of questioning and wondering. So it is possible that some things have to be accepted as just a given. It just is. There's no source, there's no creation. It just is. And maybe that is the case with the Earth and the rest of the planets and the Sun and the galaxy. It just is. And there is no explanation of where they might have come from. I do find this deeply frustrating. But it has to be said there is no real alternative. So the sun is there providing heat and light to make life possible. And the sun just is. But I am wondering something. If the sun just is, why can't it always be? What I mean is, the sun will expire one day, which means it most probably had a beginning. And how did that happen? And if the sun will expire one day, we have to wonder, where will the sun go? It's so confusing to wonder these things. So in terms of discussing suns and planets, what does it mean to die anyway? If the sun dies, what does that mean? How can its energy and mass just expire and disappear? I do find it deeply distressing to not have answers to very basic questions, such as where did the earth come from? Where did the sun come from? How can they just be? How can the universe be infinite? It is so deeply frustrating. And I do realize there can never be any progress towards finding out the truth. But it is hard to get over the frustration of having to accept the universe as being just there. It exists and that's it. It's beyond explanation and beyond logic. It just is. I don't know if I'll ever be able to accept that. But it's not like I have a choice.